not just a title but a lifelong commitment to the growth and success of any institution. A colossal morning to everyone present.
We are all well versed that the Alumni Inspirational series are an integral part of the school which stimulate our young minds in the direction of inspiration, motivation and global welfare. But this time, changing the trend of inviting modern senior secondary school dignitaries, we have invited futuristic personalities of the society at large.
It is said, blessed are the flexible, for the change is inevitable. We feel elated to welcome the shining stars of yesteryears, Miss Ashmita, Miss Gurleen Kaur, Master Harpreet Singh Rajput and Miss Nidhi.
First of all, I would like to introduce Miss Ashmita, who passed out 12th in 2022 from this prestigious school. She was designated as the house captain. Apart from academics, she performed her duties diligently. She was very popular among her peers. Now she will be pursuing psychology majors from Fleming College, Peterborough.
Next, we have Miss Gurleen Kaur, who passed out from Modern Senior Secondary School in 2023. She had been awarded the highest honor of the school, the prestigious Vijay Ratan Award for her exemplary leadership skills. She served as the school captain in a very dutiful manner. She aspires to be an IAS officer.
Master Harpreet Singh Rajput completed his senior secondary education in the year 2023. He had been awarded the Emerging Leader Award. He aspires to pursue his higher education from Australia. He wishes to become a surgeon with a philanthropist demeanor.
Finally, yet importantly, we have with us Ms. Nidhi, who also completed her 12th in 2022. She served as the school captain in the times of COVID-19. Apart from it, she had been awarded the prestigious Founders Cup Award for her overall performance at the school. She deeply desires to become a teacher. They deserve a huge round of applause, don't they? I feel the pleasure of inviting our first speaker, Ms. Ashmita, to the dais.
Very warm, gentle, good morning to everyone, respected teachers and all my dearest audience. Today I feel really overwhelmed standing here. I got admission in this school in 2020 in my class 11th, and I never knew that I'd be one day invited as an alumni to inspire all these young minds. Today I feel this thing that being a student in modern has been successful now, that the teachers considered me to invite me to this school. So let me share my personal journey in this school. It was the time of COVID when I had my first interaction with our principal, our vice principal and Harpreet ma'am. I remember it was my interview, and always I had this image of the principal to be very strict and always very disciplined. But the first time I had my interaction, that time the principal was Miss Tripajeet ma'am. And she was so kind and she was so gentle. I guess my image completely changed what it was for a teacher and it was for a principal. That time I was knowing that definitely I'm going to imbibe a lot of good knowledge, a lot of good experience and a lot of things from this school and from our loving teachers. So today I would want to take a chance and thank each and every single teacher, starting with Geeta ma'am. So I have a personal connection with Geeta ma'am, which is a bit extra from all the teachers. The reason being is she was my psychology as well as my English teacher. The reason I chose the school was because I wanted to pursue psychology, and a friend of mine told that the staff is very good, and especially the psychology teacher, she's very good. So thank you so much, ma'am, for clearing each and every concept of mine. I remember that at times I used to get overwhelmed, and you always used to counsel me in a very gentle and calm way. It was very important for me to build a good foundation in psychology in a young age because I want to pursue it further. And I can say this thing very happily that Geeta ma'am helped me to do that. And honestly, it was required for me, and she gave me each and everything. Next up, Arushi ma'am was our political science teacher. So I remember this thing that the way she used to teach us, it was so interesting that there were, if you guys pursue political science in class 12, there will be a chapter, United Nations. And the way she taught us, I got so interested that once I wanted to go in diplomacy and I wanted to join the UN just because her teaching styles were very good. Next up, Sangeeta ma'am was my economics teacher, and economics was a bit tricky subject for me, but I'm glad that she helped me get through it. So each and every teacher who taught me, I'm very thankful to them. Other than studies and all, what actually I imbibed from this school was empathy and having patience. So empathy is basically feeling other person's emotions by getting into their shoes. I aspire to be a clinical psychologist, and we are taught this thing that for becoming a clinical psychologist, you need to have empathy within your own self. Like, you need to feel the other person's emotions. This thing I learned from all the teachers because each and every teacher was so kind and they were so understanding. Like, COVID was a very tough time for us, but each and every teacher, they just managed to understand us and they just helped us get through each and everything. And from that thing, I learned empathy, and I learned to be calm and just be understanding to each and every person. Not only them, but even the principal ma'am was very kind and she was very good and she helped us in everything. Other than that, I guess the basic sanitation, or I should say the basic hygiene for our personality development. I would call it the basic hygiene because such as confidence building and speaking skills, knowing how to communicate with people, and just having good ethics. These things are very basic and they are required in your personality development. We would think this thing that it might be extraordinary to have these things, but trust me, once you step out of your school, you'll get to know that it is very basic and you need to have it. You need to know how to stand in front of hundreds of people and speak and express your emotions. Okay, you should have that confidence, and I honestly learned that confidence from the school because we used to have so many debates, so many speeches and everything, and we used to participate in that. Trust me, like if I would go 4 years back, I used to be the one sitting there and I didn't have this much confidence to stand up and speak in front of everyone. But today, if I have it, it is because of the school. It is because the school gave me a platform to express myself, to just, take, even there was a time when I used to be conducting these Alumni Inspiration talks, and today, me being called here, it is because I guess I imbibed all those qualities from this school. More than that, I feel this thing that one message which I would want to give to every one of you is that just work hard, find your purpose, whatever you want to do, fix a goal and just work through it. Thank you so much.
And I had this golden opportunity to express my feelings and share my experience regarding my school life.
First of all, I can't even express in words because I have learned so many things from my school teachers, staff mates and batchmates. And firstly, I would like to thank my all teachers, respective teachers and principal ma'am because they made me capable of standing here. Moreover, initially, no one can ever forget the first time when they entered the school. Everyone feels anxious about being apart with their parents. But with time, within no time, they become extremely attached with the school. I still remember when I was in 8th standard, my aunt suggested to change my school. But I refused her advice as I was fully connected with my school. As I had learned so many things and all my teachers were very friendly, polite and cooperative. I have learned many values as well as in life and in academics too. But first and foremost, I would like to share the lesson which I learned from my honorable principal ma'am, that someone is watching you. It doesn't refer to a specific person. For an example, you were roaming through the ground and you saw a rock, a pointy rock in the pit of cricket or the football ground. You picked it up, putting it aside, with the awareness that it might be harmful for someone. Meanwhile, no one saw you doing that, but Almighty God did. From this example, we get the lesson that small things can have great impact. In my perspective, our lives are full of new events which we experience on different days, on different phases of our life. Some might be full of joy and others may make us anxious. But staying positive in every aspect of life is the key. We should see failure as an opportunity because it gives us the chance to review and rewind what we might have done wrong and give us an opportunity to redeem ourselves. Furthermore, I would like to talk about my drama society as they give me confidence to speak on the stage as well as to express my feelings and control my emotion. As they say, the show must go on. And also taught me the value of cooperation as teamwork is an essential skill that will help me throughout my life. And I must say, every teacher of my school were and always will be a huge source of inspiration for me. And rest, I am a little nervous because I have many things to say, but my words can't describe it all. And so I feel immensely pressured to be here. All in all, I would like to express my gratitude towards my school for providing me with the golden opportunity to serve as a school captain, as it taught me discipline, hard work, responsibility as well as teamwork, and that will help me in the future. So I would like to thank my school for always being there, for supporting me and encouraging me whenever I needed it. Thank you. Keep smiling and stay positive. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite Master Harpreet Singh Rajput. I request him to say a few words.
Mentors full of enthusiasm and ground of your dreams. Feels like a heaven, right? This is where I spent my 5 years of studying, my beautiful 5 years of my life. I can never put into words what I feel like, what this marvelous place has taught me. Still, I'll try my best to oblige and convey my gratitude towards my teachers, my friends, my seniors, as well as my juniors. Yes, you guys, I have worked with you. I can see so many familiar faces, the prefect gang, the house assistant gang, right? I have worked with you all. Thank you so much for teaching me this much, and I really love you guys. Indeed, I was one of you, nervous, shy, but my teachers found some potential in me and they looked forward of using that potential to let me achieve great things in life. I was not so good in studies, especially in maths when I left my last school, but coming up here, I never felt incompetent. By my friends, by my teachers, they always helped me and stood by my side, taught me very basics of every subject and helped me to improve my grades. I can never rank my teachers because every teacher has a very special place in my heart. I'm very connected to all the teachers, whether I wanted help in my studies or in my personal life. I knew I can rely on any of them. I made friends who I know will last for life, and I can run anytime for them for help or just to hang out. Sooner or later, one will be busy in their life, but our bond will be eternal. As my friend moved abroad, but still we are connected like we were here. Friends are not which you make in just one day. Friends take a lot of time, lot of efforts, but when that bond smoothens between a two person and the hydrogen bonding kicks in, then there's no way any halogen can ruin your bond. Chemistry, right? You'll get to know in 11th and 12th. You're just enjoying your life right now. Now let's talk what I gained from a half of decade in this my life. It's tough. Like if I'm going to tell you each and everything in my life, I'm going to take the whole day, and that's not I'm going to do because I'm not here to getting you guys bored from my speech. I know I was sitting right in front of you, and I always get bored when somebody gave a speech about half an hour. I just really fed up from that person. I'm not going to do that. So let's start from the very beginning. I never knew that I can act so well, and I was given a role to play of Raja Janak in class 8. I ran several times away from that role just because I thought my studies will be a hindrance in my studies and my studies will suffer. But my mom and our principal of that time, Mrs. Tripajit ma'am, she was a wonderful person. I really admire her a lot. They both boosted my morale and told me to let go my fears and do the best. And I was ready to perform. It took several attempts to master the role because I didn't even know how to sit like a king in an attitude way. But ever since I played that role, I usually sit in that manner at my house. Hilarious, isn't it? And ironically, the role I was running away from gave me the fame and name in this school. I even got a first award for performing so well in that act, and that was my first award of the first year of my joining in this school. I learned how to work in a team. When I was appointed as a school captain, I was nervous because I lacked decision-making skills. But this was shattered as my council members worked together in a team, took charge of my mistakes, and our teachers also guided us throughout the way. I'm really thankful to Modern School, Principal Ma'am, and all the teachers for believing in me, giving me the opportunity to be a school captain. I learned so many new things, how to manage the whole school. Working along with your council members was really a spectacular experience for me. What else a child can learn from a school? Discipline, good etiquettes, being polite towards everyone, sharing is caring, respecting your elders, good moral values, a lot of confidence, and the list goes on. I believe this is the base of a good student, and I surely believe that every modernite has these qualities in their blood. What else I learned from my tenure of school was how to deal with rejections, failures, and disappointments. These are as all important as success, appreciation, and acceptance in life. Because if you just have good things in your life, then you'll fall like I did. I always thought that this school gave me so much, and in return, I want to put my name on a banner and tell each and every guy that I am a modernite and I scored the most in every aspect of life. But sadly, I failed miserably because I didn't know how to deal with rejections and disappointments, which led to a drastic failure. But still, my parents, my friends put me back into pieces and told me to get up. And I learned them. I know that I am not made for this so little. I am made for a higher and greater cause. And this failure in my life was necessary because it taught me no matter how I rise, one mistake can ruin everything. It can end up your career or it can just do worse with you. After that day, I worked my ass off for IELTS and scored 7 bands and proudly showed that result to my parents. That was the moment they smiled with honor. After such a long time, I saw that smile, which made me even proud. So, where does the teacher's effort go in putting me back after my terrible result? I didn't mention them, right? So here they are. I was so scared to come back to school after result. Even I told my dad to pick up the DMC from the school office and complete all the paperwork and signatures, and don't tell me what happened in the school if any teacher told you anything about me. And one day I was playing in a ground and suddenly a call came up and I was stunned after seeing that call. It was Manpreet ma'am's call. She invited me to a meeting to be a part of this particular meet. We all are standing over here. I was shocked to hear it because I have never given anything in return to this marvelous place which gave me so much. But still, ma'am is showing so much humbleness and respect towards me, and that was a great gesture. And inviting me to this, but still I was scared to face every teacher and the stage I am currently standing on and the school because of my poor performance. I told ma'am that I cannot make up for that and I just rejected the opportunity. And I was really sad and double-minded about my decision because I was not in a place where I could make a right decision. So I consulted my friend. She told me to go for it because it's a one-time opportunity. Nobody get ever like passing out of school. You get another chance to deliver a speech where you can give out your all emotions. Everything you can come up with one single speech, and ever since I don't believe anyone has got this chance so early in their life, and we are getting it. It's not even a year we have passed out from school and still I am able to stand up and give up this speech. I feel really obliged. So I just took her advice, said yes to ma'am, and I believe this was the best decision I ever took. Look, I want to tell you guys that failing in life, it's not a problem. But make sure you rise back. Once you fail, you learn to value the position, the power you had earlier, the way everybody admired you, looked before you, took advices from you. You crave for that success again. You want to see yourself at that position again. So work hard till you succeed. Fail hundreds of times, but never give up. Keep your goals high. Don't run for small things, materialistic things. When you will work for a career of the ambition of your life, those small things, those all materialistic goals will run up to you eventually. I want you to learn 2 words. These 2 words are the best word I ever learned from a person: faith and patience. I wish I knew them earlier. You should have faith in God and have patience to let Him do His miracles. You should never ask God what you want. Instead ask Him to help you to achieve that particular thing. Like, I'll give an example. If we want to score 90% in an exam, ask God to help you to practice for your exam and ask Him that you should not procrastinate for your work and work for it. Hard work for it. Never ask God, just let me give that 90% without even working hard for that. That doesn't make a sense. If you're not working hard, how can you get that much marks? So on a positive note and few lines by me, I would like to hand over the mic to my respected senior Nidhi. The lines are, शुरू और ख़त्म किया हमने इस दास्तां को कुछ आंसू बहाकर, कोई तो खूब रोया पर कोई संभला भी था, पर एक पल के लिए हमारी ज़िंदगी थम सी गई जब से हमें पता चला कि हमारी स्कूल जाने की बारी अब ख़त्म हो गई. For the one last time, our whole batch wants to hear this thing badly. Our ears crave for this thing. Anybody know what that thing is? Guesses? Anything? I'll tell you. You will love to hear that. Ajay Mukyani, ek tabari ਹੋਰ. We want to have that one last year in our life where we can spend our life with all you guys, with all the teachers. We can learn that subject, practice that subject which we hated the most. We want to study that particular subject once more. We want to have 1 year in this school one more time. Our whole batch craves for that opportunity. We wish any miracle may come true. Our wish may be heard. We may be here with you all guys one more time. That's all what we want, and I'm really thankful to all the teachers who planned this meet. And I believe, like Didi said on a Zoom meet, that I believe we are successful as a student if we have given this opportunity. And that's what I want to say. We are very proud standing over here giving this speech, and I wish that you all guys should come up like this, be better than us. Like, that's not a thing, I have done this thing so nobody else can do that. Replace me, be good than me, and prove me that you guys are better than me. Thank you, have a wonderful day. Nidhi, please, the stage is all yours.
Last but not the least, it's my pleasure to welcome Ms. Nidhi Hans to the dais.
Very warm greetings to one and all present here. 2 years prior, I stood on this very dais to host the Alumni Inspirations series that started in the school back then, and where we interviewed people from all sorts of stratas who had achieved milestones in their lives. And you know, this is the very truth of the society, that it values you when you become something, when you become successful, when you become something big, worth being recognized. But the school, it recognized me when I am nothing. When I am nothing more than just a student who passed out the school a year ago with hundreds of students. I am nothing more than just a beginner in my hustle to achieve something. I feel so honored and overwhelmed at this point to stand here. This is really an honor for me, and I would like to heartily thank all the minds and efforts behind this. To sum up, what I have learned in my school life in 5 years is a hard nut to crack, but I would try to do just to each and everything. During my time in the school, during the 2 years I have been in the school, I have had the time of my life. And I'm not just saying this for the mic, believe me. Be it, a family gathering, a friend conversation or anything, me and my mom, we have never failed to praise the modern school. Its system, its management, its staff, its aura, everything. And this is the very first thing that I learned here, that your greatness, it should reflect from your work. I have learned values in qualities here. The teachers that I have been with, the teachers that I have come across in this school, they have been a source of values and qualities that I could grasp and inculcate in myself. And the things that I'll be mentioning, they are from my perspective, because as has been said, I want to be in the teaching profession. So I look up to them in a way as to what they have and what I should, take it from them and put into myself. For example, I have learned being kind and humble from Principal Ma'am. I have learned dedication and positivity from Geeta Ma'am. No matter your health doesn't allow you, work, it's worship. I have learned cooperation and generosity from my guardian Harpreet Ma'am. And I have learned those, keen observation and class handling skills from Arushi Ma'am. And above all, the very welcoming and comforting aura that everybody here carries. And the list goes a long way. There are many more things. But, every coin has two sides. School life is indeed a very beautiful time of your life, and when you grow up, you want to relive those moments, you miss those days a lot. But being a student comes with a lot of negative emotions as well, that I have personally experienced, and you might also hear these statements. You might have heard, or you would be hearing in the near future. It is result day, you will have calls from everywhere. How much did you get? What are your marks? I say 94%. Oh, okay. My sister's daughter, she got 98%. What's the highest in the class? Miss, I don't know, and I don't want to know either. Right? Okay, so anyways, congratulations. What are you going to do else? What are you going to do, medical or non-medical? I say arts. Arts? You got 94%, you have a good memory, you should go for medical, you will do medical. Why? Okay, you are doing arts, you might be going for UPS. No, I want to be in the teaching profession. Are you sure you want to go in the teaching profession? I know I might get less paid than an IAS officer or an MBBS doctor. I might have a smaller house than them. I might have to cut some of my luxuries. But will I be happy? Yes. Will I be peaceful in life? Yes. Will I be settled into a profession that I wanted to be in? Yes. Will I fulfill that 3-year-old Nidhi's dream who picked up her mom's purse, would scribble with chalk on the cupboards, who would fake teaching a class? Yes. That 3-year-old Nidhi will be happy when I become, one of these. I might come into this school and take one of your grades. I have learned this thing, as the classes, they go higher, the judgments, the opinions, the pressure, the stress, it keeps going higher. And this is the thing that I did with myself. I listened to myself. I did not listen to those opinions who told me you should go for medical. Because people come, they give opinions, they leave. Even if one wrong decision you make, you are the one who will suffer, not them. So I pursued my interest. I am going where my interest is, and this is an advice or my experience that I am sharing with you as a senior, that go for your interest, know what your comfort subject is and what profession you want to be settled in and not what people tell you. Because listening to the opinions might give you a lots and lots of stress that is not good for you. And the second thing that comes in with is, in modern times, what we do is we spend 5 to 6 hours in the school, 2 to 3 hours in the coaching, then homework, tests, this and that. Stress level, it reaches here. But what are we doing to reduce that stress level? Nothing. So if I take my example, my stress levels are here. I would listen to music. I would dance to my favorite songs. I would cook myself a snack. I would talk to my mom. The stress level, it reduces. And this is the very thing that I want to tell you. You are going to higher classes, your stress is going to increase. So this is the thing you need to learn in your student life, that you need to balance yourself. Because otherwise you are going to just sit in a corner and cry like I used to do when I had a lot of stress. So I don't want this to happen to you. Otherwise, you need to keep examining your surroundings. You need to be contemplating, because every other day in the school has something to teach you, be it in form of a person, an event or anything. And you need to have a strong character, a distinguished personality, and you need to work upon your skills. And the generation we are in is tremendously talented and intelligent. You just need to bring that out so that you are remembered as one of a kind and definitely an alumni inspiration to be called upon here. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I am Lavanya of class 8B. My question to Harpreet sir is that how did you cope up with science stream and your responsibilities as a school captain?
You said I coped up with science. Science job बढ़िया. Jokes aside. Science is a stream, like if you wish to pursue science, you should opt it. It's easy, but you have to work for it. Like I personally like biology a lot because I started to watch movies, sci-fi movies a lot, and I know that being an Alumni fan, I was like, okay, he can do that, I can do that too. It's easy. Just this attitude. I took science. All my friends were in science stream. I have taken that. Okay, and with 11th class, I went there. I did the blunder, not to study like that. We are in 9th class, right? 8th class. Okay, 8th class is very important. 8th class is equivalent to 11th class, and 9th is equivalent to 12th. All those equations, all those chapters you have in 8 are will be just more vast in 11th. Those physics chapters, those 3 equations you are having right now, telling laws of motion, those laws of motion will be expanded. Be ready for that. Start making a habit of reading books. Don't only read those back exercise questions, those 4-5 questions you have learned and you are going for an exam, but just memorizing those questions. That won't help you in 11th or 12th class, because you have to start making a habit of reading the books thoroughly, marking questions. You have to use rough notebook for making notes. Write down your answers, write down your queries, ask another day. Give 1 hour per subject minimum. I don't know how you're going to make it for it, but you have to give it. And that 1 hour should be other than coaching. When you are going to coaching, you have just worked thoroughly through your subject, but still you have to give 1 hour to your subject personally. And I'll tell you one way. I was in a super overconfidence way. Like in 8th, I remember, it was my science exam, final exam, 8th class. And I didn't do anything for my science paper. At that time, physics, biology, chemistry, everything was combined for 8, and there were 12 chapters. I just get up on my desk at 10 p.m. and I stood up 10 p.m. I was memorized everything with every task and every question, and I scored 80 on 80 science exam. Okay, and I was with that confidence. Okay, I can do that in 11th too. And I stood up 10 a.m. at the desk. I get up from 10 p.m. I just memorized 1 chapter. 11 were remaining, and I failed miserably in that test. And that's my first time I failed in 11. 10 years I never failed in subject, but in 11 I did, because I was confident because if I can do that in earlier times, I can do it right now. It was like that. But it's not like that. If 9th, 10th are over here, 11th is over here. Okay, if you pass 11th with good marks, you don't need to worry about 12th. It's easy. 12th is really easy. 11th is tough. 11th maths is tough, biology is tough, physics is tough. 12th is easy, very much easy. If you are going to go with 11th, you can do with 12th. So that's how my advice to both thoroughly through subjects, and moreover our teachers are wonderful. You can ask anytime. Any query you have, midnight call, anything you can do that. They are very good with all the subjects. So that's all. I wish you all the best for your studies. Thank you.
Of class 8B. My question to Ashmita ma'am is that what is peer pressure and how can an adolescent deal with it?
You are asking about peer pressure. Let me make it very clear to you. Just remember this thing that there will be a lot of students who might score better than you in a particular subject or even less than you. And even I would say this thing that sometimes the teachers also become marks oriented because definitely you have to score good to achieve good, like to achieve a good result. But remember that thing that pressure is external. It is dependent upon your own self whether you are allowing that pressure to hurt you. You are taking that pressure, you are taking particular stress or you are having anxiety because of that pressure. It is dependent upon you that you are listening to the judgments and you are thinking, oh my god, now what to do, like there are many children above me. Look, see, there are two things, interest and IQ. We learned it from Geeta ma'am that when your interest matches your IQ, that would lead to the best career option and to the best subject to pursue. Now, what happens is the subject you are in, when your interest and IQ match, you would get a good subject and you score good. For me, like it was psychology. I used to score good in psychology, but I was weak in economics, right? And there were many children who used to score above me in economics and used to score very less, but I never let that hurt my own mental peace. So you should just, secure your mental peace and you should just practice, just work hard upon it. Alright, and everything will be okay. Just don't take it on your heart that oh my god, I'm not scoring. Don't be marks oriented, just clear out your concepts, okay? Make a timetable and just do it. Okay, have a checklist that okay, if I'm weak in this subject, I will be practicing it and I will be practicing this particular topic today. Now, like at the end of the week, you have to check that how many ticks did you get in your checklist, that did you do it or not. By becoming better, you won't have to face that, and in that situation, you won't have to face the peer pressure. But still, I again remind you, don't take the peer pressure. The best way is कि एक कान से सुनो, दूसरे कान से निकाल दो. I am honestly saying this thing. Don't get into the comparison. Just be your own self. Love your own self. That is the best way to deal with it. Okay. And one more advice I'd like to give. Everyone in class 9, start journaling. Start writing down your emotions. Start writing down your feelings. Start writing down that how did your day go. Okay, you had a fight with someone, just write it down. Just express it. Take it out. Okay, if you aren't able to do good, just take it out so that any stress whatsoever you will be feeling overwhelmed, and it will all just come out and you will be able to actually focus on the studies. Right? Okay, anything else you'd like to ask? Thank you.
Good morning. I am Devi Verma of class 9B. My question to Nidhi ma'am is, who is the role model in your life?
Role model is somebody you look up to. I would say my mom. She is in this profession, teaching profession from the last almost 20 years. And the teachers, they make it appear that being a teacher, it's a cakewalk. It is not. It is not a bed of roses as said. And I have seen my mother, do this, do all of the work, even sitting in the evening, not having food and all of this. And these teachers, they are taking stress of kids like us, It's a lot to handle. And teaching, I personally, it is not like I was inspired. I have that you feel like this could have been better. So I want to be that better. You personally face a lot of things. You think that this could have been this. You could have, had a situation where you might need somebody really to be there, and I want to be that one for the students. It was my result day, and I was very much sad with my result because I didn't live up to my expectations. I thought I would get 96-97%, I got 94%, and I got a text from Geeta ma'am. She said that your marks in Punjabi they are very good. I got 100 on 100 in Punjabi, I don't know how. She said that I told her ma'am I got 94 marks in psychology, and my exams went really well, but I didn't get marks as expected. And the reply that came was the examiner might not know the answers. This was the reply I can literally show it to you, and this is the thing. These are my role models. They make me feel like you need to be present to make a difference. And that is what I feel like I belong to this profession. It's in my genes from my mom. I belong to this profession and I can do this, I can make it.
Thank you, Gurleen ma'am, is that what makes you interested in political science?
Actually, it was my interest when I started studying in 8th standard. Like, we learn about our society, how things work, and it also turns into biology sometimes, but sociology, etc., like how things work. We study economics and in early stages, that how biodiversity works, how things are harming, and how environment is related to our political businesses, as someone is constructing something on and it is still hurting the environment in some way or other. It is a connected subject, like it has diverse things that we can't even imagine. We can relate it to anything, that's why Alumni used to say it has science in it, political science, it has aspects, many aspects. And growing up, my father said that you look like an IAS officer, it can be your interest. That time I used to say, no, I can't do that. Even now I sometimes feel nervous about that because it is a big deal. It is not an easy task, but we should never miss an opportunity. Like, we have an opportunity, we can study for a few years and we might get a chance to be there. So we can't miss anything. If you are getting a chance to read or to learn something, just take it. It will give you advantage in future. No matter what the subject is, it takes itna sa interest, but it will give you the vast knowledge. So never miss any chance about any subject. And yes, political science is my favorite subject, and I will study it further. So yes, thank you so much.
I am Tarun Rawat from class 9. I want to ask questions from Harpreet sir. And my question is, how gene therapy can help to cure genetic disorder?
So when you try, wait for 3 years to get an answer. Which is my friend tell you. She's a really good teacher of bio. I tell you, actually, gene therapy is just like if you're having any genetic problem by birth or anything, there's a therapy which modifies or just replaces that particular gene. There are 3 base pairs. I will not go in such detail because you won't be able to understand. Just take 3 alphabets, A, B, C. That's a base pair. And when there's a differentiation in these base pairs, if this A, B, C happens to be C, B, A, then there's a mutation or anything gene alteration. And this is cured by using gene therapy, which are specialized machines which recover these operations and these surgeries which are happened with hormonal changes, anything like that, and that CBA becomes ABC, but you have to take regular medicines for that so that it does not reverse the reaction. That's a genetic problem. It can be treated or it cannot be treated. There is a 2 way to that. If this problem is tackled earlier in life, you may be safe, you may be saving your life, but if anything happens and you may not be able to check up or anything, you are late for a treatment, then this will be fatal to you. So don't worry, you will be able to get verified answer and very much brief answer just after 3 years. Of science, okay? That line will be amazing. Thanks.
I'm Nidhi of class 9 and my question to Ashmita ma'am is that there is always a pressure on students about their studies. What steps would you advise to cope up with that stress?
Right? So as I already shared that first thing you can start with journaling. Second thing, if you are like biologically are facing any sort of symptoms of stress and anxiety, like you're feeling something overwhelming in your stomach, you can use a lavender essential oil. I have personally tried it. It's very good. It's a stress reliever. And even while you study, just get an oil diffuser for yourself and switch it on while studying. That aromatherapy would help you just release it. These are about the physical symptoms. Now coming the stress which is there. Alright. Firstly, acknowledge what is causing you stress. If we talk about studies are causing stress. So basically in class 9 what happens? Like there are a lot of subjects and you aren't able to manage each and every. You aren't able to give time to your school studies and your coaching and everything. So what can be the solution? It can be organizing, right? So make a timetable. I know it is, I myself have tried it and you would fail tremendously. But just try. Get a journal book for yourself and get one more to-do list book. And in that just write about each and every subject and just make a checklist that whether you are doing it or not. Okay, every one of you might be using Instagram or Facebook or some sort of social media. Or even if not that, you might be using YouTube, right? There is a thing called YouTube Shorts. So what do? We keep on scrolling it. I'm just trying to explain you a phenomena. So we keep on scrolling it. What does it release? It releases dopamine within us, and just because of that, it is addictive. Alright. Studies. If you are interested in studies, it too would release happy hormones such as serotonin. But the thing is this, it is a very slow process. So now to have that interest, you just need to organize yourself. So get a checklist. In the end of the week, when you will see that each and every line, you will see the checks done, you will see that there are ticks, you will feel that sense of satisfaction and you would feel that yes, I have achieved something. Alright, so just manage through it. And while studying, just get breaks, right? You got one session of like 45 minutes, you are sitting, study for 45 minutes, take a break and then start again. Alright, just do it, just एक बार बैठ जाओ. Alright, ऐसा होता है कि there are a lot of distractions. You take, like for example, one distraction, your biggest distraction is your mobile phone. Okay, use it as an advantage. Either go to YouTube and search for any sort of tutorials, like in the sense related to your subject. Either you can watch videos or just play a very calm music and keep your phone. Now you will not be touching the phone till it is 45 minutes. Alright, there are a lot of music videos. Just a very calm music. That would help you concentrate. Okay? I guess you got an answer. Anything else?
Good morning. I am Jasmine Kaur of class 9A and my question to Nidhi ma'am is, as a teacher, in which subject you would like to be a master in?
I said this I have said this a lot of times that my comfort subject is English. I feel the most comfortable working with the English language. I can have it as the very first thing to express my emotions. I can express myself well in the English language, but I have English literature and sociology both in my graduation. So I would definitely either go with the combination of both the subjects or I personally go in the English language. I like it. Thank
Morning. I am Neha Singla of 9B. My question to Gurleen ma'am is that, as you have a melodious voice,
and creativity for anchoring. Have you any plans to join journalism in the future?
Journalism is amazing, I guess, and everyone should join it. But in my perspective, I am more like a UPSC aspirant. But whenever I got the chance to journal, I will for sure. As I don't miss any opportunity, any time I get any opportunity, I will be able to make it for sure. And I guess yes, that's it. Thank you.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you all for taking out time and consenting for this meeting. Your interaction with students will surely inspire them. We wish you all the best for all your future endeavors and hope you make your alma mater proud. Thank you.